Okay, RAW or JPEG and why. Going to use image 9 of this. This is the file list of my video card, camera card, sorry. And here we go. So I've got my camera to take both RAW and JPEG of each image, each shot. So there's the RAW file, Canon RAW 3. This is the third version of Canon's RAW. Each camera has its own type of type of RAW file. 32 meg, right? Whereas the JPEG is 9. What's that? 3.5 times more detail. So basically, what we're saying is the RAW file has 3.5 to 4 times as much detail in it as the JPEG. What the camera does is it always takes a RAW file from the sensor. If you don't save the RAW file, as I have done here, the camera will compress that file, do some processing. The more expensive the camera, the better the processing, and save only a JPEG. Now, that does mean that the camera is making decisions for you that you could make yourself if you have the RAW file to work on. You'll also find that the editing possibilities on the JPEG file are fewer. There's less opportunity to edit the file because obviously what has happened is the image has been compressed. It's a little bit, my best analogy I can think of is if this was a painting, if you're working with the RAW file, you've actually got the paints, the palette and the brush to work with. Whereas if you're working with the JPEG file, it's the finished image only. And so you can imagine the limits that you've got with a finished painting as opposed to having the brush and the paint palette and the paints at your disposal.